Let's see if we get a conversation struck up tonight and how many people we can get going. Is it gonna be cold tonight? Not too bad. Huh. Nice. I'm not gonna be frozen. Hey, how you doing tonight? Seeing if we could strike up some conversations on any current events, farming, prepping related, anything like that nature. I'm just messing around on the computer doing a couple of things. I unfortunately have a video to edit, so I'll see if I can get both going at the same time. My gear got wet today. Looks like it's finally dried up. Sure everything works smooth. Yep. Still solid. Gotta love this Panasonic. This is the Lumix G85. And this camera's awesome. It's been through hell and back with me. Got the little dead cat, as it's called. Basically, this got soaked today too, but this is actually nice and dry. This goes back on here. There we go. Perfect. Say hello. Yeah, like the camera's getting you guys, right? Oh, what's going on, Kenzie? How you doing? Figure we could get a little hangout going. I actually got to go through some of my seeds. You ever use these spikes? I got them at a garage sale for like $4. And I've never used them. I use paint sticks. Oh, nice. Yeah, the editing world never stops. What program do you use, by the way? I use a free one. I use the, I think it's called VSDC, free video editor. But my wife is literally the best. I'm not sure if these are going to be facing the right way, but you guys get the gist. These are just one of our 2 cases of seeds that I have to go through and figure out what's going where. Oh, nice. That's pretty smart. My one friend uses dead pieces of bamboo. Alright, herbs. I don't even want to go through this right now, honestly. There's just so much. Sage, oregano, basil, rosemary. I've got so many seeds. This is not funny. Basil, Italian large leaf. Cap cut. Okay, nice. Is that easy to use? You guys ever try this right here? This is a dark opal basil. It grows purple. It's really cool. You ever try that one? We have like 60 different basils in here. Nice. Okay, this is what I'm looking forward to. Lavender and mint and peppermint. Okay, so you ever had success with going and planting lavender from seed and getting it to sprout? Nice. The VSDC that I use it's easy enough to use, but it's a pain. There's no I guess like presets as far as like color editing goes. There's none of that. So everything that I do, I have to like regrade every single little clip. And when I split a clip or cut out a segment of a longer clip, it splits it into separate clips. I guess I could technically drag and select all of them just to like batch edit, but it's still quite a pain. That should be enough for the kale. Look at this. This is an older pack we got from one of our friends at a gardening swap. Haven't planted it yet. It says sell by 12/31/23, but we'll find out this year if arugula decides that it's going to grow past the packaging date. Oh, look at all these. This is lacinato kale. I have so many seeds. It's probably because I busted the bag open trying to get them out. How you doing, Dakota Moore? Welcome to the chat. Oh, if you guys have not planted this, Kenzie, red Russian kale, this is monster. The chickens love it. The rabbits love it. Non-GMO, open pollinated heirloom. They get big too. They sort of start out short and bushy, but they get really big. Red Russian. Although I'm not really sure I could support Russia with anything that they're doing these days. These seeds are actually, they're black. Hold on, if I can get this thing off my lap without spilling all these seeds down. You guys see that? They almost look like poppy seeds. Which is actually another thing that I want to grow this year. I want to try growing poppy and black peppercorn. They say peppercorn can grow up here by me. They say it just takes a little patience and it's not going to be a perennial like in other states. Warmer states, usually they say it grows back. But I have the worst luck with Swiss chard. I planted a little patch last year and maybe like 4 of them sprouted. Got a lot of arugula. Our friends gave us this. This is a peppered grass cress. No idea what it tastes like, but no, I've always wanted to grow loofahs. Because we plan on making soap with our goat's milk, and a loofah would go great with soap, right? I think of the marketing schemes. Whenever I think of different things to grow for the farm, it's always like, how can I make money? Mizuna. I have no idea what this is, but this is, somebody packaged this up for us. We go to a lot of seed swaps, and we're part of like these gardening groups that are local. Microgreens, never opened. Certified organic. Wonderful. Spinach. Spinach does crap here for whatever reason. It just does not want to grow in my soil. I'm not sure if it's too wet or too dry or both. Yeah, loofah would be really cool. It's like a long curing process, though, I've heard. I've looked into it a little bit. And so you grow it. And I've heard people let it dry on the thing, or people like cut them off and like put them on drying racks, because you don't want to have anything mold. That's the problem. I guess it's always a problem with mold in plants, right? Did you guys do any winter squash this year? See if I could, without showing the mess of my office. This is what we have left right here. Look how big this one is. It's massive. And they store great. This office is it's on the corner of the house. Half of the room is insulated by like dirt, so it stays pretty cold in here, like probably like 58 degrees or so. And then the other side is it's just to the outside by the rabbitry. And of course that stays cold with the winter. I gotta get these planted. If I want to plant onions this year and have them do anything, I need these in the ground like last week. Oh my god, I have so many onion seeds. So this is American flag leek. I've got a Spanish sweet yellow onion. Onion, sweet Spanish yellow. I'm assuming this is the same thing. But I have a ridiculous amount of seeds. We should totally start a seed swap. Orion Red Grano. These seeds look cool. If this will focus. The glare is terrible on it. Sorry about that. Never had plenty of butternut for 22. I like roasting them. They're really good if you roast them in the oven. Another red onion. 2 things, chives, and everybody. Oh no. Seeds down. That's great. I didn't realize that was open. Well, live and learn. Be a little more careful. Didn't lose too many though. Maybe. Hopefully. Let's see. There's still something in there. Alright. Let's see. I don't even want to go into our tomato thing. Last year we had, and this definitely cannot be all of it. We had 104 tomato plants last year, and I want to say we had like 20 or 30 varieties. Something big like that. Okay, so we have pineapple, San Marzanos, and I know we have San Marzanos saved somewhere else. This is cherry super sweet. This is a hybrid. We have Brandywine Reds, Garden Leader Monster. Pretty sure we planted these, and these are massive. Yeah, pumpkins. I tried pumpkins a couple years ago. I don't think I kept them wet enough while they were germinating. They did start, and I've sort of just like doing the stunna method, which is like sheer total utter neglect. And got some steak sandwich ones. And they started to grow, and then they stopped growing. Solar Flare tomato. Old Germans. Old Germans are good. They're like more of a yellowy orange, and they are actually like lower on the acidic side, so super good. Oh yeah, like the white pumpkins or like the yellows, or the ones that have like the green stripes coming down them. Pink bumblebee tomatoes. I'm like, I have too many tomatoes. Amish paste, good canning tomato. The Jersey Devil, also a good canning tomato. Mariglobes. Brandywine pinks. Big boy. What is this one? This is just the Baker Creek scent free seeds. And amethyst cream, which are super delicious. If you haven't grown those, grow those. This is from Wild Boar Farms. How many do we have of these left? Oh, we have a good amount. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All of these little baggies is their own variety. And I know for a fact that we have more tomato varieties somewhere else. We had these little yellow tomatoes. We had beefsteaks. Oh wait, oh, here they are. We had black beauties. We have two things of tomatoes. Large yellow, white tomatoes. We are basically a tomato farm. Rainbow cherry mix, yellow fig pear, which is also a great variety. They are super awesome. More San Marzanos, black beauties, Floridales. What are these? Cherry Gits? I have no idea what those are. I can't read it. More black beauties. What is this one? Romas. Awesome. Yeah, we have a ridiculous amount of tomatoes. I think if we didn't save seeds for tomatoes, we'd have tomatoes for the next 10 years. But we save a lot of seeds, so I'm dropping everything. The fun part is actually planning out where everything's gonna go. Kenzie, by the way, do you are you able to like do overlays with your editing program, or do you use like something else for like the live streams? Because I was wondering how to do a live stream and like overlay images. That's what I'm really interested in doing eventually down the line. Peppers. We grew a lot of peppers last year. We got chili, poblano's, jalapenos. I'm not going to touch that seed because I'm sure it's probably from a ghost pepper. Yeah, white habaneros. I'm not sure if these were the ones that people call the pepper gate when like you plant something or it's supposed to be a certain seed and it winds up being something different. But I don't think either these didn't germinate or they grew something completely different than a white habanero. Got a lot of banana peppers. Capsaicin and none of them. Yeah. I don't even want to touch this bag. So this is Ghost. And then these are Ghost or Reapers. I'm not really sure. All we know is that they are hot. And then these are big Thai hybrids. They really didn't do much. They were more of like a sweeter, mild pepper. They were supposed to be hot. We have Greek golden pepper seeds. This is one that didn't work out, or wasn't what it's supposed to be. The chocolate Carolina Reapers. They grew like this weird, big, I don't know even what I would call it. More like a bell pepper, mixed between like a bell and a jalapeno. Hand packed, huh? What is this? Shishitos. Grew a lot of shishitos last year, but nobody really bought them. And you can only eat so many. Oh, this is a cool one. It's the Syrian goat horn pepper. Haven't grown it yet, but definitely going to grow it. Here's Carolina red habanero. Lemon drop peppers. These are pretty hot. Trinidad scorpions are definitely hot. Nice. Yeah, we got a lot of variety going. I love how we've had corn for like a year and a half and haven't planted it. Actually, let me look that up. I don't even know how long the viability on corn is. Well, this is 2 years, so I guess I'm gonna plant these out this year. So this is like an Indian corn, the Wapsum seed. So it's like all the different color ones, which is definitely cool. For the chickens, I'm not sure if it's an edible variety, but I know the chickens will eat it. Sweet corn, more sweet corn. This one's so there's Golden Cross Bantam and then a Burpees Triple Crown hybrid. And corn, unfortunately, is not great for the fact that the majority of it is GMO. It grows in drought and wet and whatever crap you throw at it. This is what I need to get planted. Sorghum. And what variety? This is the broom corn. So this is like the multicolor, and it's like almost like a broom head. But this seed, oh yeah, the chickens would go nuts for this. Yeah, that has to get in the ground. I don't know why that's in the corn. I guess because it says broom corn multicolor, but it's sorghum. It's definitely not corn seed. I don't think that's flour. Cabbage. Nothing but melons. Here we go. Let's see what beans we have. The Kentucky Wonder Poles. These did awesome. They slowed down around like mid-season. I want to say it was like probably the pole beans. They grew a good amount, but they definitely slowed down around like July or August. The bush beans, however, these guys produced all year long. So if anyone's wondering, a pole bean is a determinant, which means that the plant knows how much it's going to produce, and a bush bean will keep on growing. I'm pretty sure I got that correct. But yeah, bush beans are awesome. Pole beans are also awesome. You get slightly different flavor varieties. These are sugar snaps. These were super sweet. Right off the vine. Just eat them while you're out in the garden. These are a golden wax. These, we haven't planted them yet, but I've had something similar one year, and they were not bad, but they weren't great. The skin on them was like a little tough. These are the dragon tongues that I was telling you about. If you're still in here, look at the seed. I'm pull them out of here. They just look so cool. Try not have this thing focus on me. Like they have like designs like tiger stripes on them. Oh, dropping it. These are the coolest beans. They're like purple and white, and they're like huge. Bigger than my face. And these are the royal purples. This is probably one of my favorite green beans. And yeah, it's green because as soon as you cook it, that purple just gone. You put that in a pan and fry it up, it turns green. Believe it or not. It's the weirdest thing. They say that purple plants have something that's super good for you in them. Okay, now I've got more dragon tongues. This is what they look like. The dragon tongue bean. These are good. The outside of the thing, the pod is a little bit waxy, but really, really good. And then more of the purples. We got Snap Sugar Daddy peas. These actually, I found these ones at my grandfather's house. I haven't planted them. But let me just tell you, the package date was back in 2003. He passed away a few years back. But when my grandmother passed, we went through and found different seed catalogs that he had. So I decided to keep these. And yeah, I always say I have a better relationship with my dead grandparents than my own parents. But they used to grow all their own food. They'd bring home a live lamb on Greek Easter and slaughter it in front of everybody. I'm not sure if YouTube is gonna moderate me for saying that word. Harvest, dispatch, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so these, I think this is the winter squash that we went with right here. They save so good. The Burpees butter bush is what it is. Yeah, 36-inch spacing. These things, be warned, we planted them 3 feet apart. They took over the garden. They went this way, that way, and our rows, we have it like super tight for market gardening, so we have like 10 or 12-inch pathways so we could run a wheelbarrow down it. 3-foot beds, so basically I could squat down, work half the bed, step over, work the other half, no problem. They went 2 rows that way and 2 rows that way. They were into my cucumber patch as well as all the way over to my tomatoes, and I had these on my second row. It was incredible how far they stretched, and they literally went down probably like 10 feet to 12 feet away from where they were planted. Alright, we got some spaghetti squash, Waltham butternut, golden zucchinis. These are good. This is the crookneck squash. We have so many variety of squash. It's ridiculous. More yellows. These are the saffron prolific straight necks. These are delicious. Super sweet. Grow super fast. If you don't pick them, if you see them, pick them, because by the end of the day, they're twice the size. The Black Beauty is also a great variety of seed. It's the only problem with the zucchinis, though, is like, once they're there, they could be like 1 inch big one day, 6 inches the next day, and then the next day they're over a foot long and not really edible. These ones are good too, the dark greens. So, early straight necks, these were sweet, but I didn't eat them too much. They were like prickly. You had to like sort of peel them, but not really. You could throw them in the pan and they would definitely like soften up, but my chickens love them. There's another dark green variety. This was cool. Coco Zell squash. So it's a dark green with like the light stripes on it. This was a good variety to have. And then we planted the gray. I don't think it was actually gray zucchini though, because we never got any gray zucchinis. Unless, like, because we did have a couple squash bugs come in. By a couple, I mean hundreds. And I was out there like every day with a cup of dish soap and water. I was picking them off left and right. So we might have had those going, but I didn't see any grays. And more Black Beauty. Black Beauty is a really great variety. If you're up in North Jersey, I mean, we're zone 6. I think they moved it up, so 6B now is what zone we're in. Another golden. Another golden. It's a lot of zucchini. And we have saved seeds somewhere too. But yeah, zucchinis do great. Just direct sow them after your last frost date in zone 6A or 6B. For us, our last frost last year was all the way up until like May 30th or May 28th, something like that. It was crazy. It was cold, and then it went from super cold and having frost to having ridiculous amounts of heat, and then the wildfire, no rain, and then too much rain. It was absolutely heck last year for the growing season. I couldn't believe it. Ugh. I think that might be all. Oh, we got some cucumbers to go through. Yeah, I'm always the one to never check the bottoms when they're open, because I think it's just silly to open up a package from the bottom of it, so I want to hold it upright. And then you have seeds all over the garden. And yeah, so you have mystery plants. Yeah, but basically we get the Sumter cucumbers. These are a Marketmore 76. Sumters have been a really good variety. And it's literally like Sumter, like summer, but Sumter. See it right there. National Pickling. These guys make great fermented pickles. They grew long and skinny, but they had seeds still. And this is the Sumter Pickling version. And we definitely like this company, Back to the Roots. They have a good amount of seeds per pack. Like this has, I have enough cucumber seed in here, probably, for the next couple of years. At least, hopefully. And then you got seed save too, right? Seed saving is awesome because once you're going into seeds, like you go into a seed catalog and you're like, oh yeah, that's only a couple bucks, that's $2, that's $4, that's $5. And the next thing you know, you have 25 different seeds in there, and now looking at like $150 bill, and you try to justify it, but is it really justifiable? Like maybe not, because you're still gonna buy seeds and have seeds left over from last year, or maybe your garden's just wild and rampant. But yeah, I try not to buy seeds. We bought seeds like one year, and that's really it. We just sort of stick with it, and we seed save, and if we know we have tomatoes that we want the variety of, we will put that in a bucket and have it 50 feet to 100 feet away from other plants so it doesn't cross-pollinate. There's a lot of different methods that you can do. Make sure you don't have any cross-pollinations, because you're going to have a plant that won't breed true. I'll be back in 1 second. I gotta grab water. Come here, Shuggy. Gotcha. Good old farm kitty. Your face never gets old. Alright. What is uploading on me? Well, I think I might call it for tonight. At least I know that my seeds are all pretty good for the planting coming soon. I get my peppers started soon. Got my grow rack set up. Got my soil warming in the house, because you can't plant in cold soil. A lot of people use heat mats. I try not to. I just try to make sure that my soil is warmed up before it goes into planting. But anyway, thank you guys for coming along and hanging out with me tonight while I go through seeds. Yeah, it's been fun. I'll talk to you guys later.